Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since I've done this style of a video. I've been sticking with the shorts lately, but this obviously is too much for a short video. What we have here is the Battle for Eternia 4-pack. This was a vendor exclusive type deal. You weren't going to get this in a retail store. So it was all online retailers like Big Bag Toy Store and Entertainment Earth and places like that. So yeah, this is a pretty cool set. We'll flip it up here. You can see the inside. Got some really nice artwork. I'll read the top here. Let me raise the camera up so you can, I'll zoom in on the video. The end of Eternos is nigh. Skeletor, King Hiss, and Hordak have sent their most elite warriors to claim their dominance over the first planet. Fortunately, Eternia is not without its own defenses. King Randor unleashes his Kingsguard to protect the people and push back the threats before they destroy each other and take all of Eternia with them. So, yeah, this is all new characters. We have Paragon Champion, the Royal Kingsguard of Eternos, Skel-Knight, the subservient sword of Skeletor, Horde Revenant, Etherean Oathbreaker of Hordak, and the Pit Warden, multi-headed menace of King Hiss. So these are all new creations. Essentially, Mattel kit bashed other figures to create these new characters, which I think it's awesome. Some might see it as, oh, that's kind of cheap. You're just rehashing using old parts. No, that's been the thing with Masters of the Universe from the beginning. They've always created new characters from reused parts. So if you're a vintage toy, collector or a collector of the Origins Modern line, this has always been a thing. So yeah, this is cool. This is what we really want because you get a lot of new stuff. So let's turn this around and look at the back. All right, so we also got some cool artwork on here, breaking down the characters a little bit more. For Paragon Champion, it says, when the Royal Palace of Eternos is in need of its greatest protectors, King Randor calls in his Paragon Champions, the highest order of knights in Eternia. Each Paragon Champion is known for his honor, virtue, bravery, and skill in battle. All right, and then Skel-Knight, it says, Skeletor has faced the failures of his stooges for long enough. No longer reliant on the competence of others, he creates his own army of swordsmen from the raw energy of Havoc magic, all under his control. I really, really dig the look of this one. Horde Revenant. There are those on Etheria dedicated to the resistance, but when their valor breaks, Hordak swoops in to turn them into the most violent of his horde, the Revenants. Bound by their dishonor, the Revenants have no choice but to do Hordak's bidding. That's a super evil looking character with that red helmet. And then we got the most grotesque of the group here, the Pit Warden. Said the Pit Wardens are feared most among the Snake Men for their unrelenting viciousness and the difficulty of destroying them. For it is said, remove the head of the Pit Warden, and two more shall take its place. So kind of a Hydra type of a thing going on there. Spin it back around. I'm limited on space here, so it kind of makes it a little bit difficult. But yeah, this is a really cool set. Big Bad Toy Store had this for $69.99. They may actually have some in stock right now. I'm not sure. You want to check that out. But yeah, you can look and see all the different parts that have been reused. There is some new stuff in here, it appears, but for the most part, a lot of stuff is rehashed parts. It'll take a little bit to break down where everything has come from. But for a lot of it, it's pretty on the nose as far as what it's from. So yeah, I'm gonna take a minute, get this out of the package, and we'll run through all of these figures. So yeah, I'll be right back. All right, so we got our 4 figures out of the package here, and we'll do a quick run through. We're gonna start with Paragon Champion, and the reason I'm doing that is this guy doesn't stand very well. Looks cool. Very much has that Man of War look. If you watched Masters of the Universe Revelation, or Revolution, I don't remember whichever one was the second series that they did, the Kevin Smith Netflix show, where Duncan becomes the man of war and his suit's all white. This is pretty much what this is. Got this really big mace that doesn't really fit in his hand very well. He's also got this gauntlet that I'm not quite sure what it's supposed to do, what it's supposed to represent, because it doesn't really fit on there very well, and it sticks out past his hand. Yeah. And then basic armor pieces from all the other man-at-arms. And then I believe this is either... Oh, it's either Fisto or King Randor's armor. Probably King Randor's armor. I'll find a picture and put it in here somewhere. That's where that's from. And then it's just a man-at-arms head with a sculpted mask over it. Kind of like the Snake Man Infiltrator. So yeah, and I believe this is Randor's cape. Looks good. Like I said, just doesn't stand very well. And some of the pieces don't feel like they fit on it as good as they should. This one might have been one that they just kind of threw together really quickly and didn't put a lot of thought into it and just thought, you know, why not? It all kind of matches up. On paper, this is perfect. Execution, maybe not so much. So we'll put him off to the side here. Let's look at the... What was this guy called? All right, we'll look at Skel-Knight here, which, yeah, looks like it's a Beastman, the Lords of Power Beastman armor. And then you got a lot of elements, it looks like, from that 2000X Skeletor, as far as like the skirt. The boots kind of look like it, but they're not. They are different. I'm not sure what these are from. But the best part about this is going to be this head sculpt that's a mask with like almost like spray painted that skull face. Very much like you know, like in the Punisher, where he has like he spray paints a skull on his shirt and it's all kind of worn looking. So yeah, this is a badass figure right here. I really like the look of it. I would have liked more paint apps. Maybe the sword have a little bit more to it instead of this just flat plastic. But I get what they were going for, and I can see some really cool paint jobs being done on this sword to tie in with this figure more. Maybe a wash on the figure overall would be really cool. But the aesthetic of this one is fantastic. I really dig it. Horde Revenant. He just comes with this staff. And, you know, aside from that head sculpt, I don't really care a whole lot about the outfit. The armor and stuff is just, I mean, the color scheme's cool. Everything matches up pretty good. But it's not really much exciting to it. I think they could have done more with this. More spikes, kind of like the Skel-Knight would have been cool. But the head, come on, that's awesome. So it's, you know, it looks like Hordak, but red with the large bat ears. Very cool. I will say this one was a little harder to stand up. His feet don't seem to adjust as well as I would like, but cool figure nonetheless. Definitely cool for a display. Now, what's probably the most fantastic of all of these is going to be our Pit Warden. He comes with the most stuff. You've got the 2000X Skeletor sword with him. You've got a shield. And then you've also got a neck extension. So he already comes with 2 heads, but you can change it around. We can pop this off. As you can see, you got 2 head options here. So say you want to leave this one out, put this neck extension on, and you can add this snake head back in that has the articulated mouth, which is really cool. I wish he would have had an additional arm that wasn't this snake arm, but I get what they were going for. Nonetheless, very cool. Oh, and the mouth on the arm is also articulated, which is pretty neat. Now, you can also take that off and then just use this regular head. I say regular loosely because it's still like a monster face, but it looks cool. So yeah, they're drawing from a lot of different stuff here. You got the King Hiss, which is neat. I'm not 100% sure where all these other body parts come from. I'm sure they've been used somewhere else before. Maybe Too Bad. Some of this, I don't know. Sound off in the comments to let me know. I didn't get the Too Bad figure, so I don't know what matches up with it. I'm certainly going to look after this and try to research these a little more and find out which parts go with which characters, or where they were pulled from to create these 4 new characters for us. So yeah, that's going to do it for this. Sound off in the comments. Let me know, have you picked this one up? Is it on your buy list? Or was it just a little too pricey? Because the retail at $69.99 is a little much, but when you consider you're getting 4 figures, which could run you $20, $21.99, $24.99. In today's market, getting 4 new figures is actually a pretty good deal. It's also a cool collector set if you want to keep them in the package. It's a cool display. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. As always, I appreciate you guys watching another video with me. Stay tuned for more. If you haven't been following the channel, go back and check out the shorts. I've been trying to pump out a lot of shorts. A lot of stuff I've been doing quick reviews on. I find that not many people watch a long format video on this channel, like at all. But if I do a short video, which is 3 minutes or less, and put them in the shorts category, they will get hundreds of views. So, you know, I just kind of go where the audience is. And as much as I would love everyone to be watching these videos, I understand people are busy. Shorts appeal to a lot larger audience. So yeah, I try to do more of those as much as I can. But obviously this wasn't going to fit in a short formatted video. So if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, give the video a like. And as always, I appreciate your comments. And you guys have a great day. I'll see you again soon.